Another book review. I'm going to start this book review off with saying trigger warning, right? So if you guys aren't aware of like what trigger warnings are, it's basically like the warning before like there's like sexual like violence involved or trauma or things that like if you have PTSD or anxiety or depression that you might not exactly want to read about. So there is a trigger warning for this book because it does involve domestic violence. Now the book is called Revenge and it's by Jay Brinkley, right? So, the main character is Brooklyn. Her best friend is Desiree. So, Brooklyn is dating Tyrell. Now, from the beginning, the little prologue is basically introducing the fact that Brooklyn is now a stripper. Her and Desiree are a stripper. They do what they got to do. They're getting their money. Brooklyn has a daughter. Her name is Ariana. I want to say Ari or Ariana is Brooklyn's daughter's name. And the daughter is by Tyrell. Now, at first, it starts off with saying how Brooklyn and Desiree are leaving the club and Tyrell is like visibly upset leaning against the car. So she's like walking up to him and he's like just like rude as hell, and she's telling like her friend like, look, I could tell he's in one of his moods tonight, like let's just go ahead, I'll meet up with you later. And her friend is like, girl, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. Now Tyrell got a problem with his hands on. He can't stop putting his hands on Brooklyn whenever he feels like he needs to assert the fact that he's in power or feel like he's in control, or whenever he feels like she's too cute or whatever. Like he's one of those kinds of people that want to try to beat you down because they're not feeling good about themselves. And his part of his problem too, aside from the fact of his anger issues, I believe he's also doing coke too, so that doesn't help it. That doesn't help him having his anger issues, and like it just doesn't help. From the beginning, I'm just like, I hope these two break up. That was just a prologue, but even throughout the book, I'm just like, damn, like Brooklyn and Desiree both have so much going for them that it just was one of those situations where it's just like, I really want for her to find someone else. Now, Brooklyn did end up meeting this guy. His name was Dre, right? So, I was excited. I'm thinking that her and Dre are going to get together. I'm thinking they're going to sit here. They're going to work something out. I'm just really cheering for her to leave her abusive boyfriend, her daughter's father. And at one point, she does put him out. And I believe, let me see before I go lying. It started off with Tyrell like spoiling her. It started off with Tyrell like buying her nice things. It says he drove to the mall, bought her $5,000 worth of clothes, shoes, lingerie, cosmetics, and jewelry. She felt like the luckiest woman on earth because she had never been spoiled like this before. Now, that line right there I highlighted in the book for the simple fact of I never want my daughter, while I'm raising her, I never want her to feel so spoiled that she becomes entitled. But this is why I will be making sure that I can provide her the best that I can. We're going to go on vacations. We're going to go on trips. She is going to experience things outside of her home city for the simple fact of the first man that tells her that she's pretty and tries to buy her nice things. I hope to God that she's not so blown off her feet that she gets swept into a relationship where she's bypassing the red flags. And that is exactly what happens with Brooklyn. Is she knows Tyrell sells drugs. She knows that he does whatever. She knows that he lives a little suspect. She knows, but it's just like, she's like, oh, I love him. We have this child together. It's fine. Now, aside from, I am trying to see, aside from, because Desiree is not really a big fan of him either. Desiree is not the biggest fan of Tyrell for the simple fact of he does put his hands on her. Now, I'm trying to see, it was, okay, so Elbert is her father. Now, I cannot remember her mother's name, but her parents weren't really a big fan of him either. Because at one point, like, I think they knew, too, that he didn't have a job. They knew he wasn't working. Like, everybody knows. So, I am rooting the whole book. Please leave this man alone. Please leave this man alone. Now, the title of the book is Revenge. And I'm reading all throughout the book, and I'm like, well, who's getting revenge? Like, who's getting revenge? Because I'm just sitting here, and I'm waiting, and I'm just like, it wasn't like I was waiting for the climax of the book, because there were a lot of points where I was just like, damn. But I was, to an extent, like, who is going to get revenge? Now, This is a good book. It is a 4-star book. I will give it a solid 4 stars. The revenge comes. It just comes at the very end of the book. Now, I will tell you, the end of the book, those last 2-3 pages shocked the hell out of me. I didn't see that ending coming. I did not see it. I did not see it. I'm not gonna lie. He shocked me with this book. He shocked me. I would read another book by him. For the simple fact of I didn't see that coming. And the book was worth it. It was worth the read. It I don't remember if I said how many pages the book had. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, you guys. The book has 257 pages. It says typical time to read was 3 hours and 8 minutes, but that's based off of, I guess, my reading speed. So it does have 18 reviews on Amazon, it looks like, and it looks like it has 4.5 stars on there. So therefore, other people are enjoying the book too. So you guys let me know what you think, and I am out. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that button below, and I am out.
Now available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited.